Okay. So yeah, so basically that would be your risk right here, which is literally not a lot. Like I like that on this pair like this, like Euro USD doesn't have a big movement. It normally goes about 75 pips a day, which is not a lot, but you can make some serious money as you scale in your lot sizes. But if you can notice, look at the small. Like I'm a scalper, so I like to look at the spread. That's why I like trading US 30, but man, that spread is crazy. As being a scalper, like this is better for me. Euro USD and GU. I like AU. The spread's so small, you can come in here and get right in profit when you're scalping, and then you can scale in. Take pro. Sometimes once I see the momentum coming, I'll put in like 5 or 6 entries, get me up to a point 10, then I'll say, okay, I like it. I'll drop probably a standard and just catch the rest of the move as we scale in with it. So as we're looking now, kind of going to be slow, guys. We're coming on here at 10 p.m. Not a lot of volume in the market at this time. Just kind of watching and just trying to taking a look and see where it takes us. So we were measuring this out, guys, and we were looking here. If it decided not to pass this area, which I'm kind of looking, getting pretty, I feel pretty good about it. One, we have our volume down up here. We have a reversal area at this level, and I have that just left, so we don't like that. I want that to come back and stay there. So the market could push back up a little bit, but again, remember USD and Euro were kind of the same strength. So we like for this to close. We got about 8 minutes before this candle closes. Another cool thing too, guys, the market came and gave us an engulfing candle here, and price tried to break this last low. So we're hoping that it breaks this. Let me put a trend line here, what they call the neckline. At this point, we're hoping that it breaks this neckline, shoots down, possibly to do the retest and come back here. If it has to, hopefully it just goes straight down, but sometimes it doesn't. And give us a profit target area somewhere around in that area. And basically, guys, if that does what I want, I'm looking for something like this to be our take profits. We're looking for take profit one being somewhere between here, that level. Take profit two down here, and 1618 will be. And it's kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can move this over just a little bit. I'll move this one out the way. Move that out the way. Come on. Take profit one there. We're gonna take profit two that area, and then take profit three. And if we get a four, that will be it right there. The 1618. If it decides to make that longer extension. So you guys decide to take that. That would be. And guys, what I'm really getting happy about right now, looks pretty good, is the fact that we have that crossover there, which is showing a momentum shift. Sentiment trying to come past the 50. I don't lost my tool. Sentiment trying to come past the 50. And we have the wrinkles of the past 15 minutes. So guys, we know this is a 15-minute chart. So this is about 45 minutes that the market has been trying to become bearish. Again, guys, the market sometimes it does a little consolidation where it's kind of confused. It doesn't want to know if it wants to go bullish or bearish. But this is a good opportunity to see that we have a zone created here. And remember, we talked about probabilities and statistics. Right now, the market is trying to push down, and we got it a little bit early. We talked about yesterday getting into aggressive or confirmed position. So again, if we got in here yesterday, that would have been aggressive right here as the pullback. This would have been more confirmed. And this would have been more of the conservative entry at this point, and you would take the exit at this point. So that's kind of how you want to look at that. And again, guys, Euro USD doesn't move a lot of pips. So you're talking about 50 pips yesterday. It went up and down from the consolidation, right, as the market's moving sideways, or as the accumulation phase as they build up these contracts. Then it expanded up here, and then it reversed, and then it continued to reverse back into New York, and then it'll go now, kind of get the same thing. And I'm looking to sell off this high. I'm betting and I'm calculating that this is possibly the high of the day for right now so far. And we already took our sell, and we're looking for the market to push down past these areas. So we're getting a slight pullback now, which is going to happen because people are taking profits. Some people are still putting entries in, and you see how small it is. Zoom in, you see how small that is. It's not really moving much. We're down like a pip basically. and looking to see if we can get this pressure breakdown here. Guys, if we get stopped out, that's okay because we'll get a chance to see what the market still wants to do, and we're risking literally not even 10 pips. Man, jeez, I love trading these kind of pairs. One, some people don't have a lot of money in their accounts, and then two, people kind of get greedy and over leverage. This is forgiving. Euro USD is a very forgiving pair. You're gonna trade US 30, man. It's riskier. Different pairs are riskier. Those indices and those higher moving pairs with different volatility. So, what you looking at tonight, my boy George? What you looking at, bro? Richard.
Yes, so US 30 for the last 24 hours had some good movement. I did good. The movement was good. The retracement was crazy.
Oh, yes.
Right now it's for US 30. Was that US 30 right there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So at around 20:05 on the 16th. What time frame is that?
This is the 5. I went on 15 minutes.
Yeah. So where is it?
I'll find it. About right here.
Yeah, right around there. The market, it started to drop. It looked like, okay, we're in a downward trend. And then for some reason it changed. It started going up.
Right.
And I know a lot of people would have gotten caught because the drop was that right there. Right there, that drop right there, it looked promising because was this the 15-minute? Mm-hmm. So each candlestick right there is 15 minutes. So for 15 minutes, market looked like it was dropping, and then it reversed and it went right back up.
Yep, right back.
Yep.
And last night, Richard, when we got off our call last night, I think we got around like 11. I got in somewhere here and took a nice sell, man.
Yes, sir.
I corked it and got out, and I got pissed because I went to sleep and I wanted to trade all night. And I said, "Come on, Mister." I was like, "Come on, I missed all." I'm like, "Come on."
So what happened was I realized we're trending up at that point. It started to go back up, and I fell asleep. I don't usually do this, but I fell asleep without setting the take profit, and I took a buy. So when I woke up. It was beautiful.
Oh man. Nice.
Beautiful. Right. So and it's zero, what was it? I can't remember what I took it at. I think it was 0.01, but still it was a beautiful thing. Throughout the day it's been consolidating really hard. Yeah. But even with the consolidation, you can scalp the consolidation, and that's what's good about US 30. Mm-hmm. The movements are so grand that if you don't mind making $10 and $20, right?
Yep, a pop. Yep.
You take $10 10 times.
Yep.
It's $100.
$100 in and out.
Right, in and out. Right. And that's the difference between US 30 and like your peers. Yep. Your peers, they take time. You do your setup and you wait for it to happen. You set up everything. With US 30, you see some movement. It looks good. And if you're willing to scalp, you could scalp. You don't have to. I'm going to make 1,000. No, just whatever it gives you. Right. So, so far I'm just right now.
Richard, that got me a little. It's interesting. I just started trading US 30 about probably 3 weeks ago because everybody keep talking about it. I said, let me just see what this pair is about. And I'm noticing around this time up until about London, man, this spread. Look at this 400 pips, 400 points, man. That's crazy. But at like 4 in the morning, it goes all the way down to almost 100. I'm like, oh, in New York, I'm like, oh, yes. I might be done trading this during Asia.
Yes.
I don't think I might only trade this between like 5 in the morning until
That's when you trade it. Sometimes you get up for some water at 3 o'clock. You look at it. Whoa, there's a move. You in and out.
In and out.
Back to bed.
Yep.
Right.
And that's something I noticed last night. I was like, you know what? Yep.
Yeah. Your 30 has caused me to have some unorthodox sleeping times, but but I mean, by the time 7 o'clock in the morning, I've already made $3,000. Right? Because that's the movement of, throughout the day, you may get lucky, you may do, but I find it very volatile around like 3 Eastern Standard Time, 4 Eastern Standard Time.
So we get about London 3 to 4 in the morning. Then that's probably the best time you would still to trade US 30 to get the safest time to trade it, not best, but maybe
safest because the movement is fluid.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You could see a trend. You could say, okay, well, you know what? It's bullish right now. I could safely, put in a take profit and know that it will hit. Okay. Right. Sometimes even if you're at the wrong end of that trade, just sit on your hands, put it in, sit on it. It always comes back.
Yep. That's good feedback right there.
Like,
and guys, go ahead, Richard. I'm sorry.
Like this setup right now, right? It's going to drop. It's going to drop. It wants to go right back down to that last, to the support. It loves hitting support.
Yep. Here we got some here, we got some level here, and here, and then here. And guys, and that's why we drew this here for the slight maybe retrace for the pullback to get us all back down to this level. And guys, at this point, if you like to scale in or take more entries, or if you want to scale out of some of your entries, like say you guys took a 0.10, you could close out maybe like 0.05, like 200. This is good, guys. What this sessions are for, because at the end of the day, guys, we want to always be on to help you guys as much as we can, but I love to help people become self-sufficient. In case we go away or we can't make the meetings, it's good to be able to find entries on your own. And guys, the reason we took this entry, it was a little.
Take a look at the 4 hour right now.
Is their best move. As other auction houses dive deeper into digital, Hathaways can actually parlay its purity into an advantageous niche.
Except to stay the core strategy today means no after work tomorrow. Oof. Damn. Wow. Don't let it get you down, buddy. Marty's not being critical.
Hey, Mike, you're muted.
I don't know how I got muted, guys. I'm sorry about that. I was saying, wow.
I muted everybody because there was somebody's background was a lot. So hopefully you guys can see yourself when you need to speak.
Oh, no problem, Tracy. Thanks. So, man, Richard, look at this thing, man. Like this left shoulder here, Jesus. And then a little second push up. That's definitely going to give us a nice little retracement down here. Wow, guys, Richard, that was good. That's good stuff, bro. And guys, and so let's say, for instance, we did have a risk come all the way back up here. Talking about 50 pips, man. Possibly come all the way down here for almost 200. So, I mean, guys, what you got to do is not be scared to put a trade in to see how it plays out. Again, it's a game of leverage, and then a game of your risk to reward. 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1. They say 1R, 2R, 3R is a professional when you become a professional trader, and you just kind of like put this in. I think I saw Novell pop on here. I see his name pop up.
And see, the thing is, once you're risking your risk management, once you're risking no more than 5%, right? If you lose 5% today, I guarantee you'll make 10% tomorrow,
Facts.
right? You know, it's the game of hopscotch, but don't be afraid to enter, right? We all make mistakes. With trading, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yep.
Right? You may make a mistake, or what you may perceive to be a mistake. Banks know what they're doing, right? We're in a market where you have countries, the currencies for countries are being traded between each other. So we don't know what's on the table on these corporations, on these countries, on these major banks. That's why it's $6 trillion.
Yep.
Right? So, you can mark up as much as possible, trust your analysis, go in. Sometimes you may lose. It happens. You could have the best markup. Look at our signals, right? Our 8-figure traders, they lose sometimes. But guess what? They don't stop. They keep going. Trust your analysis, right? Have swagger, go in, right? Your risk management's what's important. 5%. Don't risk more than 5%. Right? Yeah, it may look like a sure shot. Yeah, it's good. Let me put it up to one standard level. Don't do that.
Man, don't do it. Tell them
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
You could be winning all day. All day it's like, yeah, okay, this last one, I'm just gonna put it. That's when the reversal comes in. We don't know what's happening.
And
right?
guys, don't ever forget about these levels here. So when we talk about letting the banks do whatever they're going to do, don't forget, guys, when I trade, I'm looking at the quarter points and these price reversal zones, guys, what they call psych levels as well, or bank breaks, guys. 17 or 18,750. We got 18,500, 18,250 to 1,800, guys. In between these levels here, we're trying to catch some moves. So basically, the market is rejecting this 750 area. Now, does it want to go up to pretty much to 19,000 up here? Could.
Yep.
It could go up there, but right now we're catching a nice resistance, a nice supply zone. And again, guys, this could be a take profit one coming to each quarter. This is why I talk about 50. Like when I say 50 pip stop losses, is why that's right there, 250, 500, right? So the market shouldn't come back up to, especially when we start to see like a nice reaction or a double top, or what we call, guys, a multi-session M. So when you see this over here, we had the peak this way, and then this other peak, guys. This is a multi-session M. This is a pretty much so macro, multi-session, micro. We do the smaller M, and we got the macro M, right? So multi-session, this is a great confirmation and a good setup, guys. Even as a retail trader and looking at technical analysis, this is really good. And I mean, we in the trade, guys. It's moving slow, but hey, this is how you walk away, and then you kind of, like I said, make money in your sleep. Set your stop loss, set your take profit, find the entries, and you just keep moving about your business. Now, when I trade personally, which we won't do on here like that because it's kind of crazy, I trade to a minute chart, and sometimes we got to be like in and out, in and out, in and out, and I'm very aggressive, and I don't want to mess up none of y'all psychology and mindset. So I'm not going to trade like that when I trade with y'all. I'm going to trade very methodical and very patient, and we're going to be smart, and we're going to be super, super money management centered and focused. So what Richard just said. Now, guys, this doesn't have to be a quiet session. Trish, you can unmute guys, and if they have questions, this is what I'm here for. We'll take this time out to ask who has a question. Signals are great, but guys, to be able to become the signal, or to be the person that's able to trade or understand why you even took a signal, this is the purpose of us coming on here at 10 o'clock every night to take a look, because sometimes the market does move slightly slow, but this is at your leisure to come on when you want. Like Richard said, he took a nap last night, got up at 3 o'clock, 4. Myself, I went to sleep, I get up, and I traded, I killed New York. I probably made 1,000 pips on US 30 earlier. Got up and took that bullish move a little bit early today. Took some sales, but I'm in and out, like Richard said, 20, 40, 50 bucks, 100 just in and out, just keep taking them, playing hopscotch. So you guys got to learn how to do that, and you got to figure out your mindset. These stupid little fly, like our little gnats, and I don't know what the heck is going on. Like I like the boy Joe Biden that had the little fly on his head, talking fly trying to hop on me. Like, what is he doing, bro? So yeah, man. Basically, you want to be able to kind of figure out your trading style, pretty much your own money and risk management, and just continue to come to the market every day, guys. And then it's good to be in our community like we have here to talk. So, guys, again, you guys know I'm a licensed therapist. I do individual and group therapy. This is how I like the flow. And I want to talk to people. I want you guys to say, "Hey, Mike, what do you think about this?" Like Tracy said, "Well, look, let's look at gold. Let's go back and look at gold, Tracy. I know you had asked to look at that." And that is starting to give that little retracement, even though it was bullish on the 1 minute chart. Let's go back on the 15, like we were looking at before. So that's trying to come back and probably retrace into this area, but it's still bullish. But remember, Tracy, we said don't take the buy and wait for the retracement. We want to be patient, which looks like it's retracing now.
Yep.
Want to say anything? Who was that? Was that you, Tracy?
Yeah, that was me. I was just agreeing with you.
Hey, Tracy, you break up. You broken up a little bit. Say that again. You broke up a little.
I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. You have everything you want to add? You want to talk or say?
Nope, I'm just on here marking up
Cool.
the charts. And
Question, guys, don't sit back and be quiet. Anyone have a pair they want to look at that they were kind of trying to figure out and thinking about? They want to kind of take a look at. Just like let me know. Let me and Tracy know, George, and we'll go on here and take a look at it. And we can pull it up. So, guys, please, I'm allow everyone to mute themselves, and whoever want to raise their hand or talk, please ask questions, guys. That's why I'm here. I don't need the help. Like this is what I do all the time. So I'm asking you guys to unmute yourself. And if you pop it on here, let's talk.
Could you mark up silver?
Let me see. Brian, nope, I didn't. So we can look at it. Let's pull it up.
do you find silver to be
Hmm?
an aggressive asset, or do you think it moves? Whoever asked it for us to look at it, have they had a lot of success trading silver? I've been curious about that asset.
Well, I asked, but I mean, I kind of just started looking at it recently, but I heard that it kind of correlates with gold. So, I was kind of just trying to see how it correlates and how it works and everything.
I mean, and basically, guys, I don't really trade all the metals and the indices and all the different pairs. Me personally, I love to trade Great Britain pound versus US dollar. That's just my favorite pair, and I'll go in on that. I'm actually going more towards now getting on US 30 because there's so much easy money to make off of it. It is a little riskier, but it's kind of fun too. So I like to tell students to really try to gravitate to the future, maybe two to five pairs you want to kind of look at and watch. I mean, because it basically, like, if you take a look at silver from, let me see, this is now Tuesday night, so this was yesterday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So this was last Monday, like the first day of last week's trading week. And if you missed this drop, I mean, that's the banks, going at. I mean, if you missed it, cool. But if you was able to catch this peak high, pivot low, and then we had that next come on peak formation high, pivot low, pivot high, and notice, guys, that the market closed here, even though we got those wicks up there. If you put the line chart up, it closed there. That was where he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this sell, and you can't be scared. That's what Richard was talking about. And you say, hey, look, I'm willing for the market to come back up to here. If it does, okay, I lost, but look where it went at. And it's cool because these Bollinger Bands are very powerful. You see the volatility when it gets skinny, that's when the market's contracting and going sideways. I really try not to trade too much when I see it going like that. But when I see it start to rock, so guys, let me teach you about Bollinger Bands, because this is Bollinger Bands and EMAs are just my favorite things to use when I'm trading because they give me a lot of information. And I told you guys, I use tools, I use different things to trade with because that's just what I like. A lot of professionals that I learned from that are bank traders and been trading for years, very, very wealthy, they use their tools, right? And it's cool to trade naked. That's your preference. I never knock that. I know how to trade naked. I can look at the naked chart, mark it up in like 2 seconds. Sometimes I don't got to mark it up. I don't know if y'all saw that TV show. I forgot the name, but it was a guy. He was autistic. He was a doctor. I forgot what it's called. and he could he could look at the body and
Oh, the good doctor.
Good doctor, guys. I see the charts like the good doctor. Like it just starts to form in my eye. I just like, oh, okay, I see that. I don't have to use it, but instead of having to think, guys, because it's something out there called analysis paralysis where you could overthink it. So I actually put these up here so I don't overthink. I think too much, and I'm always doing too. Sometimes you can overanalyze. So if I see this arrow here, and I see it hasn't passed this low, and I see it come back, I'm like, cool, that's my ABC. Now I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I have this wave dot here that closed, have this QMPT volume dot. I need one more confluence. It could be this, or this could just be enough. Because now I'm looking at the bottom, I see my wrinkles. Now this is the hour chart. This is telling me that the momentum has shifted. It really shifted right here at this point, but it still has some more buying to do. But at this point, I'm here like, okay, guys, at this point, I'm gonna take a sell. Okay, cool. Hey, we might have a little pullback because remember the wick that was up here, but you're talking about 17 pips down to 200 pips, and you gotta be willing to take that risk now. Because I put my Bollinger Bands on 2.0 as the deviation, but sometimes I do 2.0, 2.5, and 3, which will put it here and here. I will have 3 here to give me an extra layer. But once this pierces the Bollinger Band and comes pretty close and leaves it, it doesn't come back, I'm cool with taking the sell because that's expanded. Remember, me and Richard talked a lot about expansion and contraction, right, yesterday. And this is expanding the market at this point. And the market does 3 things. It goes up, it goes down, and it goes sideways, and then expands and contracts. And you got to be able to understand that once it does that expansion, everything that goes up must come down. It's laws of physics. And they use the same laws in this market, guys, because guess what? It's humans trading. Now, a lot of times you got the banks trading with software and tools, but we still spend the money. We still sentiment, fear, agree, us doing things, and it kind of is based still off of what we do as human beings and not pretty much our natural, the way we live out here in the world. So, like, you know, if a storm happens, if we have a hurricane, like Richard said before we got on, we had what was that? The coronavirus thing where they try to shut the country back down. All these things, guys, will affect the market rates. Talking about gold, silver, and then you got Bitcoin that keep going crazy, and the digital currency market. Everybody starting to try to figure out they want to start to move over to that as an asset class for themselves to manage. You see PayPal on, bro. I mean, I'm looking on PayPal and I see I could buy Bitcoin on PayPal. Like, oh shoot! I'm like, wow, that affects Forex, the Forex market, guys. You got to be able to move with that and to be able to adjust. And it's not that it's hard. It's just can you be attentive and can you be in tune with the financial markets, because Forex is the highest financial market in the world, and everything and so goes Forex, so everything else goes. So if you stay on top of this, and this just the sky's limit. Hey, who was that was talking that asked about the silver?
Yeah, that was me, Brian.
Hey, Brian, good man. It's good to meet you, man. I never talked to you before, man. So, you know, the fact that you're pretty interested, anytime you want to get a one-on-one, you want to have any questions about trading as a business, anything you're looking to do, man, you inbox me and we'll take care of that, man. I appreciate you speaking up. How long you been trading, man?
Well, I started learning probably the beginning of this year, really.
This year, how you've been successful? How you been doing so far with it?
I'll say I'm still learning.
Okay, that's cool. That's good.
For sure.
Are you trading live yet?
Yeah, I'm in my live account for sure. I'm just I think one of my things is sometimes just getting greedy. Like I'll be up and then I'll say, oh shit, well, let me try to take this account to $1,000, and then next thing you know, it don't work like that.
Boom. and that's the market's job, man. When you talk about the market maker method, their job is to induce buyers and sellers to get into an entry. Like here, let's go back over your silver trade. You're looking at silver come from this low. We knew it turned into a buy at this point. It passed this high now, so the momentum shift has happened. The trend changed. Are you buying? You buying. You get a nice push up. You buying. You're like, okay. We get that last little push. Let me see that. Let me go back to the perfect. So you start seeing how that dropped all the way down, and you say, okay, I'm gonna be a buyer. You happy? It gaps up over the weekend, because remember this was after the weekend was closed. So guys, Forex never stops moving. It's always a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week business, because money doesn't stop. But when we trade on this ECN, electronic communication network account that's connected to the interbank system where we get our quotes from, this closes on the weekend. That's why we can't close at 4 p.m. You know, your broker says we're closed. Forex is not closed. That's your terminal. That's your broker is closed, because they take the quotes where you can't trade that. The only thing you can trade is crypto 24 hours a day. I believe. I don't know about the indices. I don't try to trade it. You can't trade that on the
No.
weekend, right? Right. Okay, cool.
Indices, it's the same thing as
Okay.
Forex.
And I don't know too much about the everybody on options then, but I don't know. But basically, as far as this, that gapped up, Brian, and when it gapped up, that meant that the market still was moving over the weekend. So that's where the price was at once the market opened back up on our brokerage account. And then people probably said, you know what, when this pullback happened here, guess what? That's what we took. High, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So what you supposed to do? At this point, they telling you dealing market structure, you're supposed to buy right here. And then it comes here, closes, comes back, and you're like, should I just go ahead and close out? And you're like, you know what? Here's another low. Because look, it came here, but it closed here. So you're like, you know what? It's still bullish. Let me take this sell. And then, and you might have put that standard on right there. And you just like, oh my God.
I got a quick question for you. November 9th, if you go through all your charts, something happened November 9th that caused the market to move majorly, that big drop or big gains. What would you think would have happened right there?
Some kind of rate change. I don't watch the news too much. Do
you think it could have been the elections?
Oh yeah, the election was what? What date was the election? Oh, was that the 9th, November?
I think that was the day they said something about the vaccine, wasn't it?
But that was
Because
and then see Brian, they use that to move the market. Yep, that's crazy. Yep, dang, I ain't really pay attention.
Right. So that's where technical analysis comes in as well, right? Listen to the news sometimes, something like that. Okay, Pfizer says they have the vaccine and whoever else says they have the vaccine. And then the market, look at everywhere. You go to any pair and there's this big movement based on that. So, being able to trade with information as well, it's great.
Wish we got a little profit on EU.
Yep. There you go.
One thing I wanted to add, Mike, this is Marilyn.
Hey,
when you're trading indices and metals and crypto and things of that nature, you normally trade them on the lower time frame. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, if you're scalping, it's just
yes.
It's based on
because of the volatility, you want to be in and out.
Yeah.
So therefore, the lower time frames is where you are going to be to trade those. Other than that,
So that's still yes and no. Because again, I know traders that take standards on US30 because they confident in their hour chart time analysis and they got $1 million accounts and they cool. We'll let that market do that. So again,
we're not dealing with those kind of people right now.
I know,
we're going to be there, but
what we got to do is give that disclaimer that is based off of each person, right? And we always want to we want to be very careful when we doing this, right? Because never know who's watching. And I didn't give a disclaimer, guys. Past profits never are indicative of future profits, guys. Forex is very, very aggressive and it's very volatile, and you never put more money in the market you're willing to risk, right? You have to always say that. And I didn't say it just now. And I didn't tell you guys to take a sell on Euro USD. I said I'm taking a sell, and if you decide to take it, that's up to you. You have to learn how to manage your own risk. So what we got to be careful when we try to tell somebody how much money they can make or lose. We can give them a suggestion. So Marilyn, what you suggested is cool. It's great. I love it. But then you want to be able to also say, hey guys, it's based off of your risk capital and your account size and how you set your trading plan up. Guys, as we do more and more marketing, I'm actually doing another campaign and create the infographic on what people are going to use when they meet us, because again, when they say, hey, look, how do I trade? People are out here trying to figure this out. But Forex is foreign. They heard of it. People have told them some things they want on YouTube. They don't really have a lot of credible sources. And this infographic is a way to is for your warm market to start to be educated, right? And you give somebody recommendations. So I'm very careful on selling them like this is what you should do. but I say we're recommending this is a great recommendation or for educational purposes only. And Maryland, you know, we've been doing this for a while together, so you know, I'm just putting it out there because we all online because this is being recorded. You never know who's going to listen to it. But Maryland is right and correct on that, guys. And Richard said it already. You know, a lot of people, I like to scout one because I want to see quick money. And I used to work at a job. We all worked a 9 to 5. So basically, when you a scalper, guys, you actually say, hey, look, one of my first mentors told me, he was like, yo, he's trying to make $100 an hour, or he's trying to make whatever, 200 an hour. He lets you figure out what you want. And a lot of times, probably not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night, we'll look at our compounding calculator because I'm gonna go on here. I'm gonna be on here every night at 10 as much as I can. If I can't make it, I'll let you guys know. But really trying to commit to doing Forex with you guys more as we build a business. We're all in Epic here. We're looking to build a major business together. But I'm really looking to get back to more just on these charts, more basics, and just giving an opportunity for you guys. And I know we do study hall with Epic, but we're here as being the team leader. Want you to be able to come and ask a question. Sometimes you can't get me on the inbox. You don't have my phone number. Some of you guys do, some of you don't. You just meet me. I'm just meeting some of you. But know that we're going to be here. And if you have a question like Brian, man, hands up to you, man. I don't know if you're working a full-time job still, if you're trying to come off your job, what your goals are. I had a chance to talk, and I never met you yet. But guys, always when you hear me talk about Vopglobal Wisdom and Wealth Center, we want to teach people how to beat the banks to become a bank and then do business with the banks. And then we want to show you how to let Forex fund your dreams. Because once your dreams start to get funded through Forex, you see that any other funding source is kind of futile because you want to take Forex to fund whatever else you want to do, and then you start to build your wealth. And that's kind of what we want to be able to teach and show people. As we don't tell them what to invest in, we just show them how they can grow it in ways that they become successful with that. So, Brian, man, I just appreciate you speaking up. Is anybody out there?
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Anybody out there that wants to ask me questions? I see Dr. Felicia hopped on. I think I see my boy Malik on here, but I don't know. I see text, man. I don't know if he's on the call or not. He won't see anything or pop up. Nobody see anything. Okay, that's cool. A lot of shyness out here today, huh?
Can you drop your your Instagram or Facebook name in the chat somewhere?
Sure.
That way I can follow you and hit you up later.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see chat. Yeah, guys, it's almost 11 o'clock. We're gonna hop off of here soon. And guys, just so you know, we put a post up last week. We're gonna be doing live trading starting at 12 p.m. Next week. We're gonna do that twice a week, and we're gonna call it the Christmas budget builder. Pretty much, we're gonna do that together. Try to compound and trade US 30. Me and Richard, my cousin Forex Bag, is gonna be on. And guys, we're gonna try to get y'all some money for Christmas time and give you some good trades on that US 30. We're asking that everyone could put at least $500 into their trading account, and we see what we could come up with as you follow us and see what you can grab. And not giving them, not telling y'all what to do, but again, just be a bird, just be a fly on the wall, and maybe you catch a couple dollars. You know what I mean? So let me see who we got.
I have one quick thing on my method with US 30.
Okay, I would love to hear it.
I've been trading US 30 for about 6 months now. Okay. And one thing that I've noticed with my strategy when I'm scalping, why I scalp US 30 is this. You could set, like an intraday trader and said, okay, well, I want it to go from this point to this point. And it'll eventually get there, but it does so much consolidation in between that you could actually scalp within that with US 30. It's not just a fluent we're just going straight up to that point. It retests, it bounces back and forth, and the amount that you have potential to gain in that time, it's quite nice actually. So I tend to just go with it. Anytime it's consolidated, I just, jump in, take $10. I have no shame. Sometimes it's $5, but guess what? It's $5 I didn't have before, right? I've been able to consistently now, being in the plus with US 30 by doing that, right? Now that works for me.
What I'm take a profit.
That
That's one of
being
my.
said, with that being said, everybody, you have to get in there. You have to sit down. You have to see what works for you, right? What works for Mike may not work for me, because your execution point. How do you set up? Are you going to take profit at a certain? What causes you to take profit at a certain point? All these different things you have to analyze for yourself and create your own strategy. There's a million strategies out there, but realistically, if you sit back and watch them, they're pretty much similar, right? You just have to make something, take whatever strategy is out there, figure out what works for you, right? We could be on here saying, take this, take that, but until you understand what we're doing, right? I say sit down, look at the market, look at different times of day. What's your work schedule? What's your family schedule? Make the market work for you. You don't work for the market, right? 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. The market can work for you. So you figure out what works for you and it's profitable, right? I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's something I choose to do. That's where I see that it works for me and I can scalp a little bit, right? Maybe 7 o'clock is your downtime, 7 p.m. for you. You look at it and see where could I get it? Where could I grab that $5? Maybe US 30 may not be for you. You like something a bit slower, gold, everything moves, right? And it's an up and down. No matter, it's what I love about it. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you make money. You just have to be on the right side of the prediction, right? It's a 50-50 chance, right? Don't be afraid, right? Risk management, don't risk more than 5%. You lose 5%, okay. We're going to come back and we're going to go for 10%.
Get out the market. Just get
out.
Trade,
yeah.
Don't trade no more that day.
Don't trade no more that day. You got some juju on you. Put it down. Walk away. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Put it down. Say, you know what? Let me go watch some sports. Let me go catch up on the stories. Do whatever. Read a book. Hey, build. Right? Trading's not for you today. Go make some phone calls. Right? Once you have that, you would see, it becomes natural for you, right? And this is what you want this to be for you, something that's natural. It should not be a task. It should be like eating food or drinking water. Make it natural for you, right? It's a skill that nobody else could take away from you. You don't need a boss. You don't need to go to the bank. This is you. You get on your phone, you get on your device, you go in, you look, see what you do, you jump in, you make some money, you jump out, continue your day, right? Also, it's very imperative, especially when starting, set a goal. If it's $50 for the day, once you hit your goal, shut it down. Because what will happen is you're going for $100 that day and you're going to lose it. Right? Go for $50, shut it down. Do $50 for a month, 2 months. Okay, I'm comfortable. Let me bring it up to $75. Let me see if I can do 75 for a month.
Yep.
Increase it from there. Right? But be consistent. Consistency is what makes billionaires in this. Yep. Consistency. And once you're comfortable and consistent, what works for you will always work. This market repeats itself over and over and over again. Don't be in a rush. If you miss that entry, guess what? Another one's coming. Don't rush it. All right. Well, that's all.
No words of wisdom, guys. Please, before we're about to get off now, it's 11 o'clock. We want to stay on for an hour. This is our Market Watch class. We're gonna do this every day. We want to do this every night. And if anybody has any questions, please come on. Please ask. Please talk. If no, all hearts and minds are clear. Richard, you good? Before he's better, you want to say anything?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh no, I just want to say I love everything you say, Richard. Definitely when you're in the market, you don't want to be, scared. You want to go ahead and hop in, but make sure you have your confluences. Also, guys, take your time. It's not a rush to make money. Like he said, once you set a goal, I've learned my lesson plenty and plenty of times. Set a goal and close the computer. Like my cousin will come in my room and he'll say, "Close your laptop, get off the computer." And I'm like, "No, I think I can get another move. I think I could get another one." And then boom, you know what I mean? So stick to your goal and just know that you can't become a millionaire overnight. So just, consistency, continue to $50 a day or even $20 a day is fine, and just stick to it and you'll see your account start to grow. But trying to be rich the next day, you're going to be broke in the next minute. So, and also, I'm seeing a lot of the same people showing up, and just continue to show up and you will be successful, especially with Philly Forex, Richard, me, Tracy, and just a whole team of people that's ready to help you guys. So that's all I want to say.
Got a family here, guys. So
Yeah.
guys, invite. This is basically what me and Tracy were talking about, because you guys are basically leaders us on here. You guys have been here for a while now. This is more of an opportunity / Forex class / question Q&A / whatever you want to call it. Invite your family and friends. That guys, we can put 500 people here. I don't care who comes here. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm always be cool. If everything's shut down and we can't trade together no more, I'm gonna be cool. God called me on here to make sure I help somebody that wants to find out how to become self-sufficient in this workplace we call planet Earth. Now, I want to be able to take you guys, put you up on the airplane, drop you off anywhere in the world with an internet connection. You can still live. If I've done that, I feel my job is complete, and that's what I think my goal is to do. And so, guys, the only way for us to do it is sometimes network marketing. Because why? Because I can we got about 15 people on here. So 15 times 2 is 30. Then that 30 times 2 is 60. And that 60 times 2 is 120. And we continue to spread our reach, and we bring in more and more students that want to possibly talk to more, but basically we want to help our students be able to grow. And then, that's how we do it. We build a strong team and everybody eats. So guys, everyone on this call should be making definitely more than $99 a month membership, and probably 4 times that per month if you get on here with us. And I'm committing to coming on here at least 3 or 4 times a night. I do have a family. I run another business, a few other businesses, but I'm very committed to working with you guys and doing this. And I committed to Epic, to what we're doing with this cause, with being exceptional people with incredible compensation. I'm very committed to that. I'm looking to grow this business for the next 2 to 5 years, hopefully as a legacy business. So guys, I'm here. If you here, let's keep locking arms. I see. Is that Christy Forex Betty? She kind of locked in with us last week.
Yes, that's Christy. That's my girl.
Hey, Christy, I'll mute your phone. I want to say something to you. So let me for a second, if you can hear me.
Hey.
How you doing, Chris? I've been watching you in our other chat. I want to tell you I'm proud of you. And anytime you want to get with me on the one-on-one, I'll we're in the chat. I'll give you my number. We can talk, because y'all know this girl. I know she's a single mother, and she talks about it in the chat. She had a hard time upgrading the Epic for a while. She just upgraded last week. And last week, I think I saw her make about $400 or $500. Guys, she paid for her membership 4 times over by just taking trades and really digging in. And she's an example of a person that didn't quit, that could have quit, that tried. And I know Forex Betty's her mentor, that's her coach. And we all work together. As I said, man, I wanted to say congratulations. I'm super proud, and I'm excited that you're here tonight and that you are making profits in the market. I hope we start withdrawing some of that, maybe $100 a week to take care of you and your family. If you want to pay some of your gas bill, your electric, put some gas in your car, just treat yourself, go get your feet and your nails done, because we got to enjoy, guys. We want to start talking about more about take profit or withdrawal Fridays. So I want us to start, making it, even if it's a $20 withdrawal, just to say, hey, look, guys, I want to treat myself to lunch, man. I made some profit. I went and got lunch. And you guys got to do that. You got to take some money out. You got to reward yourself. And we've got to also continue to compound and grow. But just try to reward yourselves, guys. Man, this is 11:08. Tracy, you good? Your heart's you clear? You want to say anything before we close out?
Yeah, I'm good. These sessions are super enjoyable.
Awesome, guys. We're
gonna
Yep, we're gonna be here.
Just enjoying.
So guys, again, don't forget, we're gonna be here at 10 o'clock every night. You know, we're gonna pop on sometimes. Maybe Richard to be on, maybe sometimes Freud's Baddie. Maybe but you know, we'll see Tracy. We'll always have somebody on here, guys, just to talk to you guys. I know we have Dr. Felicia. We want to really help out the team over in Africa. This is a good time for those guys to really work and to get access to us. So start inviting your team out, Felicia, in your community. Do you want to say anything, Felicia, before we go? I see you on here. Let me see, she didn't pop up. Okay, that's okay. We'll get with her a little bit later. So guys, we're saying that, guys. I'm gonna say good night. It's 11:10, and I appreciate you guys. And stay blessed. Talk to you.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.